Khumbula ixhego elinobulumko lisithi akukho nto ifana nokubuyela endaweni ufike ingatshintshanga. Uqaphele ukuba nguwe otshintshileyo.
It's funny how sometimes we don't truly understand something until we spend time with it, until we immerse ourselves with it, until we know where it's from. South Africa has some of the most spectacular hiking trails and national parks in the world. We wanted to get them online to be virtually experienced, so that travelers would be inspired to come and see for themselves. This is the story of a group of people who came together and set out on an adventure to put their neck of the woods on the map.
This is the Google Tracker.
His name is Gary, and Gary has taken us to some amazing places.
The Google Tracker is a 22-kilogram backpack camera. It takes full panoramic picture of every time you take a step.
I had the feel of it on my back.
To see a co-tracker put on the Google Trek on his back and that smile on his face.
It was really exciting.
It's a great privilege for me to carry it.
To be out in nature is to feel more connected. Feel different textures from sand to rock to salty water. Seeing a little insect on a plant right next to you.
There are so many flowers that have so many unique designs.
You're in tune with what's going on. You're listening out for the clicks of the guide.
The waves pounding around you.
Ability to see into the distance for miles and miles.
Sometimes you could just hear nothing and it was bliss.
I can feel I'm falling nowhere.
The most dangerous moment for me was the time when we hiked up Cathedral Peak in the Drakensberg Mountains.
Only when we finished the hike were we told that it's used as a testing ground for those wanting to hike Everest.
So we were busy tracking, and then we saw 2 rhinos and a baby rhino, and they were running up and down, and looking up and down. And we were just standing here, crouching down, like trying not to squeak.
It sounds ridiculous, but essentially at any point you could have a line just behind the bush, and often we've bumped into those sort of scenarios.
We walked past zebras, we saw snakes, vultures in the Drakensberg Mountains, we saw elephants, cheetah. On Google Maps, you'll be able to go into these incredible parks of Southern Africa and you'll have access to see what it's like to be on foot with the various animals. You know, this is the cradle of mankind. It was said that on planet Earth during the Ice Age, this part of the world was the one place where some life was kept. So that genius of life from millions of years ago still holds roots in Southern Africa. And you can see that through its diversity.
The team as a whole have walked over 160 hikes in South Africa, which is about 900 kilometers on foot. We've driven 50,000 kilometers collectively in 2 infinity loops around the country.
We visited all 19 national parks and have now covered 6 of the 8 UNESCO World Heritage Sites in South Africa.
We've engaged with 572 people along our journey that have all helped us carry the camera.
What's really exciting is not just that South Africa is now available to be explored on Google Maps, but that so many South Africans were a part of that process. And they can say, that trail, I put that on Google Maps.
Society's almost forgotten how to explore. Once we rediscover how to do it and the joys that come out of it, it just awakens some sense of happiness.
We've noticed along the way that people do have a really strong connection to the place they live.
All over the provinces, they all got their history amazing. I think that's why South Africa is so important and should be a #1 destination.
It's more than home. It's like it's where I communicate with ancestral spirits.
We should be very thankful that we have this kind of landscape here. You won't find it anywhere else in the world.
To tap on your computer and you'll have all this at your perusal is quite amazing.
Places you see today are from the joy and the love of people wanting to showcase the incredible landscapes of the world.